Hello everyone and welcome to day 7 of beginners module. In this module, we will be making the game for both mobile phone and laptop. So the learning outcomes of this video will be boat race for laptop firstly and then boat race for mobile phone. Students, both the games that we are going to make in mobile phone and laptop are the same boat race, but a lot of difference is there when we are using the different versions of the software. So do not forget to watch out both the sections. So let us go and start making a boat race. So let us quickly begin with a new game, and that is a boat race. As I have shown you in the last video, you will be making a boat race. So students, for boat race, first of all we need to add a sprite here, that is a boat. Here I am adding the boat. Whatever your version is, that kind of boat will come in your sprite. See here, this one is available, so I am adding this boat. And you can reduce the size. See, if you feel like the size is larger, you can anytime reduce the size. This is a laptop version of the game, so it is much more easier. In case of mobile version, different things will be used, and that is also there in this video, so watch the video till the end. Now second thing that I have done is I have taken the paint option in the backdrops. So here in the paint option, I need to fill out the backdrop. So see, I have already selected the blue color here, and I do not need any border. So I have just crossed the border. This option is for not using any kind of border, and I have used this feature. Now I will be just dragging out the background color, and all my screen is of blue color now. So this will be the water for my sail race, or we can say our game. After this background water, I need to add some more things. So I'm going to add something here that is going to be the border for the game. For that I need some other color. Here let us say that I need a brown color. I'm looking for a shade that is quite darker. So I think this much is fine. I'm taking this border color, and you can see that the thickness needs to be more. So I'm trying some more thickness. No, this is also very less. So I'm taking 50 here, so that my brush can have a thicker area. Now see, we need to design the backdrop here. We are designing it by our own, and here the color matters. See, this color that we have taken, we will be using it in the coding part, so this color matters. Okay, now I am adding just the borders. By your own you can add. See, the creativity is that how cleanliness you can show, how you can make your game look attractive. That is the thing that you can do by your own. Okay, now from this point there will be the starting up of the game. When the game will start, then the boat should move and reach up to a particular point. Here this side I am adding one pillar like this. So I am adding the area that is restricted. Now this way the boat can move any side. Here also you can add any different kind of things. You can give any shape to the game. From this area the boats need to move here, and it is required to reach out at some point. So that point is required to be defined by you. So I have changed the area, and here, so this is a maze kind of thing that I have made. You can give it any shape that you wish for. Now the border is quite well designed. I am going to convert this into convert to bitmap. So that has been converted. Now this is my backdrop. Now let us go on for the code area. See, if you feel like the boat can move easily, it's good, But if you feel that at some point the space is less, then you can anytime reduce the size of your boat. So I have reduced it so that the boat should not touch out at any point and it can easily reach out the space. Now one more thing that is left is, over this stage we have not given any end point. So let us quickly give some end point to this stage, and I need the end point to be completely white. So this is the white end point, and I need the size to be larger here. So again I am going for 50 size, and here I can make a end point. So this white color will be denoting the reaching point of the game. Okay, now let us go back to the code area. So now let us start the coding of this game. For the coding of the game we need some different kind of things. See, I am making a game level that is little bit easier because you are just the beginners, so you will find it easy to make, and slowly and gradually you can add any more things. Now for this sailboat I need some more costumes. See, if the boat is going to hit this border, then it should show some other view. So I want here to add some more costumes. Then how I'm going to add that? I can just duplicate it. Now I can name it some other, or the name is sailboat 2 given, that is fine. Now I can just go for cutting the particular areas. Like this, I have selected the area and I am going to just cut it on so that I can simply show that my sailboat is now broken. Like this, I have made the sailboat broken. So whenever the sailboat will be touching out the borders, then it will be converting into this kind of picture. So what is the difference? This is a complete sailboat and this boat is now broken down. Why broken? Because it hit the wall. Fine. Now let us see what we have to do. We have to keep this sailboat as our original boat, and the costume, that is this broken costume, that will be the other one. So here the sailboat 1, and the name of the second costume we can change. So for changing the name, I will be writing here the other name, that is the hit name, because this sailboat is broken, so hit, and this is the normal. See, naming here is very important, whatever name you are going to give, because at the time of coding you will be using these different names. So that is important. So now we are having 2 costumes. So this was the thing that we need to do before we start the coding part. Now let us see that what all things we have to do in the coding area. The coding area will be consisting of some different parts. Now the important thing is that you can see here the boat is available. Now I am clicking over the boat and I am going to code for it. Whenever you want to code for a sprite, you have to click over it. Now next, for starting up, let us first of all take an event. Event is when green flag is clicked. So I am taking this as event. I can zoom it out for the better vision. So when we are going to click the green flag, at that time what should happen? We need here that there should be the change in the costume, or we simply need that the sailboat should have the normal costume. So let us look for the thing that we need, switch to costume, that is the normal one. So we are going to look for that, and where we will be getting that is under the looks part. Switch to costume part we need, not backdrop. Yes, switch to costume, here it is. So we need here costume. See, I told you that the names matter. So here you can see that normal and hit. Now we can easily differentiate that we need, when we are going to start the game, the boat should look normal. So here it is the normal costume. And we need one more thing, that is the point direction. So whenever we are going to start the game, then the game should point towards some particular direction, and that direction is the direction of our mouse. So we are going to set out that also. I need for that point direction, that is 0. So here I will be adding point direction and I will be saying it 0. See here, east, west, north, south. So here 0 will be just this much angle. Okay. Let us go to the next part. When we are going to the x-axis, then there will be some kind of changes here. Now I am adding the next point here, that when we will be going to x-axis, so we need x and y-axis, go to x-axis, and for here the values that I need to fill is minus 190 to minus 150. Minus 150. These I need to fill here. Now next, after this, I need to make 4 different loops. Okay. So first loop that we need to make is that whenever we are going to point out the mouse, then there should be change in the direction. And whenever we are going to touch this color, the border color, then the costume should turn out to the hit costume. Okay, so let us code for that. First of all, I am taking here the variable, no, not variable, sorry, control I need here, that is if. So first of all, inside the forever, I will be adding if variable, and here I need the distance to be equal to the mouse pointer. So I need here the comparison of greater than. Greater than, we are keeping here the 5 value. So I am just changing it to 5, and then I need here the motion, from the motion part, distance to the mouse pointer. Okay, we have to look for that. I need here distance to. Yes, here it is, distance to the mouse pointer. Okay, and next thing that we need is point towards the mouse pointer. So here I need point towards the mouse pointer, and that is going to be a command. Point towards the mouse pointer. Next I need is that it should move when it is going to towards the mouse, so it needs to be moved 1 step. So I am adding here move 1 step. So here I have to change it to 1 step. So here the first part of the coding, that whenever we are going to move our mouse, it will just turn out towards the mouse and it will be moving just 1 step. Now again I have to add the same control, that is if control I need to add here. I am once again adding that in this part, and then I want to say that if the color is touched, so I need the touching color inside it, and which color? The color that we have taken. Now see how you can recognize the color. You can just simply click over it and you can just tap the color here. So like this you have to select the color. Okay, so now if this color is touched, then what we want to do, we want to switch the costume to hit. So I need switch costume to hit, and also we can add here some more things like say no. We can add here no, so I can write here simply no with an exclamation, and for let us reduce it to 1 second. So I am adding in this part that whenever it will be hit with the wall, then no for 1 second it is saying. And then after 1 second we will be switching the costume again. Switch costume. After 1 second again we want that the game should continue to hit, and then point the direction. Again we need the direction point, so I am asking the point direction means the game should start again after hitting the wall, because we are giving them chance that after some time the game should start. And then again the go to axis we need to add here, that go to the same part that we have done in the very beginning side, that we need to do here, that is 190. See, as you are beginner in the beginning, you will be finding that little bit things are just according to the game. You can little bit change the values and see what difference is coming out there. All right, so next part, again the last part I need to add some more codings, and then now if then once again I need to add here. I told you, as we will be going on in the coming videos, we will be having some more difficult projects. Okay, at the sensing code block here, and we will be adding if touching the color. Now which color we need is the color at the end. So here I am using this color code, and at the end it is white, so I am using here white. And if it is going to touch that, then what we need that it should say yeah, or it should say you won, something like that. So here I am going for say something for a few seconds. So I'm adding here say you won, and an exclamation for 2 seconds. Okay, and then after that we need that everything should get stopped. So we will be taking here stop all event, and I'm taking stop everything here. And after that one more thing we need to add, so let us go for one more loop here, if then, and again I am adding one more if then here. If touching white color, then move 3 steps. And now I will be adding again the looks. Before that, sensing, yes, we need to add that if it is going to touch the white color, so I am adding white color here. And again I am picking up the color code, so if it is going to touch the white color, then I need the motion block, move 10 steps. Yes, I am taking this, but instead I am adding here for 3 steps, and then again it will go and loop. Our coding is complete. Now let us once again understand what we have done. First, in the first step, when the green flag is clicked, switch the costume to normal. We have made the normal costume here. Then point in the direction 0. As I told you, 0 direction will be towards the north side. Go to x minus 190 and y minus 150. Students, if we are going to see this screen, then at this point there will be this x and y axis, so we have just written it there. Then we have to do inside the forever loop. First thing is that if the distance from mouse pointer is greater than 5, then move 1 step. So means wherever our mouse will be there, it will be moving 1 step towards it. If it is going, next loop is if it is going to touch this color, brown color, then the costume should change hit, and it should say no for 1 second, and again it should move back to the same location. But if it is going to touch this white color, then it should say you won for 2 seconds, and then stop everything and moving back 3 steps. So let us see what we have done. In the full screen, I am going to click over the green flag. So let us start. So I have to make my boat sail up to the final point. So here we are going. See, it is moving towards my mouse. Wherever I'm taking my mouse, it is just going out there. And soon we will be reaching. Oh, my boat is just upside down, but no issue. At least it will reach out to the final point. See, if I'm going to touch anywhere, then I have to start the game once again, and it will be just pointing out towards my mouse, and the speed will eventually increase if you are going to make your mouse little bit far away. So here it is going on. You can add any kind of maze. You can modify this game by using simply one step coding, and in this I'm going to reach here. So here is the message, you won. So this is how we have made the game of the boat race.
So students, let us make a boat race over mobile phone. So I am using Scratch Junior. I have taken a new project here and I have removed the already present cat character over here. Now I need to add some more backgrounds because there are many backgrounds that will be used. I am just adding new background and making it clear by removing the already present character. Now let us go to the very first background and design it. So in the first background I need that there should be some this kind of paint. So using paint I have already made this, and you can simply use paint over your background and design the border, starting point and ending point. Here the red color is the starting point and green color is the ending point. Now I need to add character, so I am adding character. Because it's a boat race, so we can add a boat here. I am adding the boat. See, the size of the boat is quite larger, so we need to code for it. In the next part we'll be coding for that. Okay, let us add more characters here. For boat race we need the characters that are the lines. See, this is quite different from that we have done in the laptop version. So here I am adding the lines here. So these lines will be making our division of the section. So I am adding these lines. It is pretty much like the same that we have already made, but even little bit different. So here I am adding the lines. So see, character I am adding. Do not forget that what you have to add here is character. So I have added so many characters here. I just have to give a little bit space in between them so that the boat can move properly. I hope I have given them particularly space. Now let us start coding quickly. So I'm clicking over the boat. This is the next part. So our first part is complete. See, I'm just dragging the boat with my finger touch and the boat should move like this and it should reach the end. Now one more thing I need to do, the size of the boat is very large. So I want that whenever this boat is should have the smaller size. So whenever there is the green flag touch, then the size of the boat should reduce. So I am taking the reduction in size. I will be applying the size reduction here. So I have reduced the size of the boat. But I think I should put 5 here instead. So I have placed, oh, 8 is very much small. I should put 5. So I'm removing it and putting 5 out there. Okay, so let us see over the full screen how our game will appear. Yes, so this much is I think okay, and if it will be comfortably moved from this part. Alright, so little bit movements are required to be made, so I'm doing that. This space is quite large enough. I hope that this will be better. So yes, I hope this much is going to be better for the movement of this boat. The game can be made quite tougher, but I want it to be simpler at the beginning because you people are very new for this. Okay, so let us see this. Now at the beginning the size of the boat will be reduced. Now the second thing we need to do is that whenever the boat is going to reach a particular point, it should show that the game has reached to a point in which you have scored something or well done should be written. So let me make a background for that. Firstly, I am making here the background using the paint in which well done or you won. So I am adding this U1 that I have already made. So this U1 should be shown, or if it is going to touch the borders, then the message that should come is game over. So I am adding the already made game over. You can anytime make a new using the paint. Okay, so now see, the thing that I need to code is this boat should not touch these black lines. For that I need to code everywhere. So let us begin with the coding. So I need to touch the first character, and then I will go to the coding blocks, and whenever this block is going to touch any other character, then what should happen? Then what the thing should happen is game should get over. Similarly, I will be coding for the second character also. If it is going to touch any other object, then game should be over. Similarly, I will be touching for the third line. If it is going to be touched, then the message should come game over. And now I need to add one more character at the very end. Let us add some other character. Let us say I am adding this grass. So this grass is present over this green area. So whenever the boat is going to touch the grass, then what the thing should come? The thing should come is that U1 because it is the last point. So I am adding here the U1 code. So let us see how it works. And I'm going to click the green flag. So here is our boat. And now I'm just trying to play the game, and it should not touch the black line, and it's moving quite well. Now I need to take my boat this side, and here we are going, and let us see, it should not touch that. So we reached and the message came. And again, if we want to start up with the same one, see, every time right now we have not coded that much that every time the board will come to its original position. So we have to take it by our finger touch. Okay, now let us start again. And in this I will be touching the black line by mistake. Okay, so if I got touch here, the game over will come. So this is how you will be making the boat race over your mobile phone, and I hope that will be much more fun, you trying some more things here so that it can become much more interesting and it can appear good. You can add anything else, you can add arrows in between so that you can show where the boat has to go. Proper arrows can be added using paint itself. So that was all how you can make a boat race over your mobile phone. Okay, and keep in mind one more thing, that when you are making this boat size going to grow smaller, then it should not touch this black line, because if it is going to touch the black line, this black line, then there will be again problem that the boat the game over will come over the screen. Fine. So that was all, that how can you make a boat race over the mobile phone. Thank you.